Hey guys, no face cam today, but just thought I'd say hi really quick. So I bought these polygels from Wish and it has been a struggle to get them. I ordered them like a month and a half ago so I could have them for Halloween videos, and they got lost or never showed up or whatever, so I had to get a refund and reorder them, but luckily they're kind of here for Halloween. So these are color changing polygels. Remember how we tried some from, I think it was Model 1s in a kit from Amazon a little while ago, and I said that I wanted other colors? Well, I found some other colors. So I think I got a whole rainbow of colors here. I got as many as they had for the color selection anyway. It literally says that the description of this is mold. So we'll just go through these in order really quick. Here is number 1 rose, and we saw the red. Number 2, 3 violet, 4 yellow, 5 sky blue, 6 green, 7 just regular blue, and 8 gray. Alright, so now that I got all of these, I figure let's just go through and test each one of these out really quick on just a swatch so we can see. It seems like they all either just go to their lighter color or like a white or a clear or something like that, so I'll be interested to see. Okay, so let's see the colors on this. I'm just gonna test it on this piece of paper. Okay, well that went on really long. Okay, I'm just gonna keep them in order like that. So that one's supposed to be the rose. Now we'll start with the red. These are really hard to squeeze out. I am really having a hard time. I'm like having to bite it and like push it down with my teeth almost. It's like really, really hard. Like, it is cold in my house, but not like that cold. Oh, I like that green. So far, I'm not really like a super huge fan of any color so far, except this green. I really like it. And I guess the blue. I think I'm missing an orange. Like, I wish they would have done an orange instead of like a rose and a violet. And finally, this gray. I'm really interested to see how this is. I've never seen like such a dark polygel before. That definitely looks like black. Okay, so here are all of the shades. I think that was it. I do think there was only 8 of them because I just remember buying all of them. So now let's see what color they change to. Okay, I do think it is just going clear. Okay, let's see. So they kind of went clear-ish. It is, okay, you know what? I take it back. It is pretty cold in my house. It is like 68 degrees. But I still think it should probably do more than this with the light, because I do feel like it gets warm in this little lamp. So it does seem that it pretty much just goes clear. I almost feel like this black or gray has like a slight red tint to it. But for the most part, they really just do go clear. I guess we can see better once I have them on my nails and I can dip it in like water and stuff like that. So why don't we get in with putting it on my nails. I'm not completely sure what I'm gonna do yet. I really would love to use this color, but I feel like I'm scared it wouldn't cure just because of how dark it is. We'll see. All right, so here are my actual nails. Obviously, I smacked this one. It's fine though. It's like just under the nail. I can still put stuff on top of it. It's fine, I promise. No, I'm not gonna give it a break. Thank you very much. All right, let's move on. So first, I pretty much have already roughed up my nails because I literally just took my last set off. I'm gonna use a dehydrator, just the Apres one, as always. Then for tips, I'm gonna be using these Easy Coffin tips. They're these ones, and basically, you know, if you were to chop them off, they'd make easy coffins, but they also make great long stilettos. And here we go with that. So now let's do these ones. I know I've said before, like, my only problem with these tips is that they're too big, but they really are. Even the smallest one won't fit my finger, so I'm having to trim it. Okay, all of those are on. Now let's move on to actually putting on some polygel. So next I'm just gonna put on a base coat. I just grabbed this candy coat one. Oops, wait, nope, primer first. Okay. Primer, really, really quick. Also the Apres one. I knew that was something I was forgetting. Okay, now base coat. You don't have to do this all over the tip if you don't want to. I like to do it just sort of up like this to sort of make it a little bit of a smoother transition from the natural nail on to the tip. I am curing after every one just because when I have to do my nails at an angle like this, it tends to like want to flood into the cuticle. Okay, so I think I decided what I'm gonna do. So these are the colors I'm gonna use: the red, yellow, gray, green, and blue, I think in that order. So let's just get right on in and we'll start with the blue. I have just like a nail liquid. I think this one came in one of the Wish kits. And for the majority of this, I'm actually going to be using a cuticle pusher just because I actually think it's so much easier to just smooth out like that with Polygel. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. I do have a brush just in case. I'm gonna start with this blue and I'm just gonna pretty much just squeeze it if I can. This stuff is seriously so hard to get out. A little bit more probably. There we go. And then with this, I just dip it into my liquid and push it around like that. I find that it's so much easier because it sort of keeps the curve because of the cuticle pusher having a curve. I do have to dip it a little bit more often, but that's okay. The stuff also does have to just be pushed around a lot because it is so thick. Pushed around more harshly, I guess, is actually my point. Okay, I'll probably have to add a little bit more, but I'm going to cure this just because I worry since these are so dark that they will not cure and they'll get that weird like bubble thing that we get sometimes if it like doesn't cure underneath all the way. Some of the color changing action coming. I think now I just need like a super thin layer and then we're good to go on this one. Do you see how much easier it is with the cuticle pusher for me anyway? Just a little bit there. Then let's put a tiny bit down here too. Okay, so this one's pretty much done, so I'm just going to cure this one. So looking back at this listing, it says $2 now, but when I bought them they were like 93 cents, and then I think it's also like $2 shipping, and I did get all of the colors. Probably a tiny bit more. See if we can just do this one in one go. Okay, this one's all good. This one just needs to be cured now. We don't need to do another layer. You can tell how cold I am because this is staying cold and then this is getting warm from the light. Okay, so time to try this gray color. Hopefully this one cures. I am a little skeptical if it will, truly. Sometimes when I'm taking off Polygel that I think has like cured 100%, there'll be like this super, super, super thin layer that almost like didn't, but I can't tell or notice until I take them off. I'm not gonna try to do a thick layer or anything. I don't know what they're talking about gray. This is black. This one I feel like is a lot stickier than the others too. Like I'm not having nearly as an easy time with it. Okay, I just spent like a while messing with this one. This one's gonna need 2 layers for sure, so. Okay, so now that I've cured all those, I know they don't look great now, but I'm gonna file these up. It shouldn't be too much. They're not too thick or anything. So yeah, put this down, my background dirty. Okay, so these are all filed. Here they are. I'm going to go and wash these up now. Here's up close. Okay, trying to show you guys before it goes back to being the full color. I had to run my hand under like, not obviously not boiling hot water, but really like almost unbearably hot water to get them entirely whitish clear, and they're already going back. So the color changing aspect definitely does take like a lot of work. I would highly doubt that just like living my everyday life they'll change at all. But as far as Halloween designs go, we're going to decorate these now. So I'm gonna dry off my hands and show you what we'll be using. So with these nails, I thought it would be fun to obviously work with like the color changing aspect and make them Halloween. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a different Halloween design on each nail using pretty much only just black. And I'm gonna use black acrylic paint just because with gel, I feel like I'm not as good with like actual like painting on nail art. I'm not like a really creative or talented person in that aspect, and I feel like actual paint is a lot easier to use, so that's what I'm going to use today. I do have a little bit of white in case I need it. I'll also be mainly using just like this little brush. So yeah, let's get into it. Do you guys want to see the pumpkin that I painted? Me and my boyfriend, instead of carving pumpkins, we decided that'd be fun to paint them, and I did Jack from Animal Crossing. I think it turned out pretty good. So for this first blue nail, I was thinking of doing like some sort of little forest design. So basically I'm just going to start with a little bit of this black paint and just grab a tiny bit. I'm using this like little itty bitty brush because I think that'll be best. And then, do you see how much easier I feel like that goes on than like just like gel polish? I don't know. I've only done this like once before, so I don't know if there's gonna be like any repercussions of using this instead of gel, like it won't stay as long or anything like that. Okay, that's not looking exactly like I want to. Maybe I'll do one going up the side. It's also another good thing about acrylic is it's super easy to take off. Try number 2. Maybe I'll have it going like up the side. Okay, that's where I'm at. Then maybe what if I did like a small one down here? What if I did like a little bit of like a... Guess I could almost look like a bush or something. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna just go with it. All right. Next one. This one is going to be a Frankenstein. Maybe I will use some other colors and go back and touch up like the trees and stuff, put some green. I think that would help. I just feel like it's so hard because I'm like not a super creative person, so like I have like trouble like picturing stuff in my head. I do really like using this brush though. It's like so easy. I could never with gel. And I'm pretty sure we can seal it with a gel top coat, but I don't think I've tried it, so. That's not too bad. And then the mouth we'll do like a little crooked. Cute. Honestly, the black is like what I really truly do not know what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna skip that one for now. And I was thinking for the yellow, we could do like stars and a moon, but I'll need to like outline it basically. And then I'll like fill in the rest of that. This is gonna be the worst star you've ever seen in your entire life. But I'm pretty sure that Simply Nailogical uses acrylic paint a lot, and I think that's where I got the idea to use paint from. And then we would fill in the rest of this. Uh-oh. Okay, kind of messed up the little moon, but we're not gone yet. Still there, kinda. See it? I'll see if I can go back and fix that. For the red, I was thinking of like blood droplets, but like reverse so that the red would show. So I'll start by covering the under here. Then I have to just sort of like picture what little blood droplets would look like right there. And do like a inverse outline. Okay, so I pretty much fixed all of these up. This is the Frankenstein. I figured this would be cute. It would be like a little ghost so that when it's like hot, this part would turn white. I fixed the moon, and then here are the little blood drips. And then here's the thumb. Now I'm gonna add some like little white details to everything. I think it needs it for sure. Okay, and then I think last thing I need to do is add the eyes. Okay, so here these are. This is pretty much done. I am going to wait for this to completely dry, and then we'll put on the top coat. There's still some like little wet pieces and I don't want to mess anything up, so I'm going to give it a bit, and then we will put the top coat on. Okay, so now I'm putting on the top coat. I absolutely love the Frankenstein. I think it's like the best one. You like totally can't really see much for this black, but I think it'll look really good once the color change difference is showing up. I let it dry for a good while and I was able to touch them all, so I'm hoping nothing runs or anything like that. You can sort of see. I ended up putting little stars in the background and I think it turned out so much better, and I ended up making this a little hill instead of like a bush. Okay, I'm gonna go wash my hands now because I have black all over me. Here you can see what they look like with it going clear. And then now it's going back to color. I would add rhinestones to these, but I just don't feel like rhinestones like really go with like this whole design. I just don't think it would really go well. But since like I have stuff up here and here that's like it wouldn't go around the cuticles, and there's just not a bunch of good places for it, so I'm just not gonna put any this time. I think my favorite nail is the Frankenstein. Let me know which one that you like. I also actually end up kind of liking this one. This one didn't turn out as bad as I thought it was gonna. Okay, so final thoughts for these. They're okay. I think they're one of my least favorite polygels I've ever tried. They were really, really tough, both in like to get out, and even when you started working with them, it required a lot of like forceful pushing around. Also, the color changing aspect, it might be just because of like the temperature or weather or whatever, but it seriously takes so much effort to get them to change that unless you're either in like the shower or like outside when it's probably like, I don't know, 90+ degrees, you're not gonna get that like ombre effect that you usually get with color changing things, where it's always like hot on your finger and then it like ombres because it's cold the rest. I don't think that's gonna happen to these. I mean, like for like $1 or $2, they were okay, but they're not my favorite. I would probably want to try a different brand from these just because, I don't know, not the biggest fan in the world. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys are happy with like nail videos back. I was getting a lot of people telling me like they wanted other sorts of videos, then I posted other sorts of videos and then like the majority didn't watch them. So nail videos it is. Heard you guys. So do make sure to please give this video a like if you like when I do the nail videos. I really appreciate it, and I will hopefully see you next time. Bye!